Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Socially right or correct. Correct behavior. Censure severely. Go down in value. The stock market corrected. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. Adjust for. Engineers will work to correct the effects or air resistance. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The correct answer. Make reparations or amends for. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Correct the alignment of the front wheels. Treat a defect. The new contact lenses will correct for his myopia. Make right or correct. Rectify the calculation. Bring, lead, or force to abandon a wrong or evil course of life, conduct, and adopt a right one. Set straight or right. Rectify the inequities in salaries. Reduce to a fine, unmixed, or pure state, separate from extraneous matter or cleanse from impurities. Convert into direct current. Rectify alternating current. Math. Determine the length of. Rectify a curve. Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Time proved him right. Intended for the right hand. A right-hand glove. The piece of ground in the outfield on the catcher's right. Informal, very. Used informally as an intensifier. A right fine day. Exactly. Socially right or correct. It isn't right to leave the party without saying goodbye. Southern regional intensive, very, to a great degree. They have a right nice place. Anything in accord with principles of justice. He feels he is in the right. In an accurate manner. He guessed right. Those who support political or social or economic conservatism. Those who believe that things are better left unchanged. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. What's the right word for this? Precisely accurate. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The right answer. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. She felt right at home. Make reparations or amends for. Right or wrongs done to the victims of the Holocaust. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. The right man for the job. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. The right time to act. In the right manner, correctly, suitably. The hand that is on the right side of the body. He writes with his right hand but pitches with his left. In accordance with moral or social standards. That serves him right. An interjection expressing agreement. An abstract idea of that which is due to a person or governmental body by law or tradition or nature. Certain rights can never be granted to the government but must be kept in the hands of the people. A turn toward the side of the body that is on the south when the person is facing east. Take a right at the corner. Being or located on or directed toward the side of the body to the east when facing north. My right hand. Frequently plural, the interest possessed by law or custom in some intangible thing. Mineral rights. Having the axis perpendicular to the base. A right angle. In conformance with justice or law or morality. Do the right thing and confess. In or into a satisfactory condition. Things are right again now. Location near or direction toward the right side, i.e. the side to the south when a person or object faces east. He stood on the right of or belonging to the political or intellectual right of the side of cloth or clothing, facing or intended to face outward. The right side of the cloth showed the pattern. Put in or restore to an upright position. They righted the sailboat that had capsized. Regain an upright or proper position. The capsized boat righted again. Toward or on the right, also used figuratively. He looked right and left. Censure severely. Inflict severe punishment on. Correct by punishment or discipline. Censure severely. Change by restraining or moderating. Censure severely. She chastised him for his insensitive remarks. Censure severely. Express strong disapproval of. Grow worse. A condition inferior to an earlier condition, a gradual falling off from a better state. Go down in value. Show unwillingness towards. He declined to join the group on a hike. Refuse to accept. A downward slope or bend. A gradual decrease, as of stored charge or current. Grow smaller. Change toward something smaller or lower. Go down. The roof declines here. Inflect for number, gender, case, etc. In many languages, speakers decline nouns, pronouns, and adjectives. Fall heavily or suddenly. Decline markedly. Assume a drooping posture or carriage. A noticeable deterioration in performance or quality. The team went into a slump. Go down in value. Prices slumped. Fall or sink heavily. He slumped onto the couch. A long-term economic state characterized by unemployment and low prices and low levels of trade and investment. A branch of knowledge. In what discipline is his doctorate? Develop, a child's or animal's, behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. Parents must discipline their children. The act of disciplining. The offenders deserved the harsh discipline they received. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. The teacher disciplined the pupils rather frequently. A system of rules of conduct or method of practice. He quickly learned the discipline of prison routine. The trait of being well behaved. He insisted on discipline among the troops. Training to improve strength or self-control. Make free from confusion or ambiguity. Make clear. Arrange or order by classes or categories. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. Make payment to, compensate. Adjust for. Make up for shortcomings or a feeling of inferiority by exaggerating good qualities. Do or give something to somebody in return. Make amends for, pay compensation for. She was compensated for the loss of her arm in the accident. Make reparations or amends for. Contrast with equal weight or force. A weight that balances another weight. Adjust for. Equality of distribution. A compensating equivalent. Oppose and mitigate the effects of by contrary actions. Adjust for. Adjust for. Become even or more even. Even out the surface. Make even or more even. Make level or straight. Adjust for. Even up the edges of a stack of paper, in printing. Put in order or neaten. Make up a room. Form or compose. Come to terms. Make up work that was missed due to absence at a later point. I have to make up a French exam. Adjust for. Concoct something artificial or untrue. Do or give something to somebody in return. Apply makeup or cosmetics to one's face to appear prettier. Devise or compose. Act of correcting an error or a fault or an evil. A sum of money paid in compensation for loss or injury. Make reparations or amends for. Adapt or conform oneself to new or different conditions. We must adjust to the bad economic situation. Place in a line or arrange so as to be parallel or straight. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Decide how much is to be paid on an insurance claim. Make correspondent or conformable. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers as infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. Disposed toward or having views based on what is right. Respect for law which every right-minded citizen ought to have. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. Everything in its proper place. Having all the qualities typical of the thing specified. Wanted a proper dinner, not just a snack. Limited to the thing specified. The city proper. Marked by suitability or rightness or appropriateness. Proper medical treatment. Correct to the last detail, especially being in or following the exact words. She was word perfect in her part. Of ideas, images, representations, expressions, characterized by perfect conformity to fact or truth, strictly correct. A precise image. Sharply exact or accurate or delimited. A precise mind. Correct to the last detail, especially being in or following the exact words. A letter-perfect rendition of the soliloquy. Claim as due or just. Of ideas, images, representations, expressions, characterized by perfect conformity to fact or truth, strictly correct. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Marked by strict and particular and complete accordance with fact. An exact mind. Characterized by honesty and fairness. Straight dealing. In a forthright manner, candidly or frankly. Told me straight out. A straight segment of a roadway or racecourse. Rigidly conventional or old-fashioned. Without evasion or compromise. He is not being as straightforward as it appears. Successive, without a break. Sick for 5 straight days. Accurately fitted, level. A person having a sexual orientation to persons of the opposite sex. No longer coil. Without deviation. Of an alcoholic drink, without water. Erect in posture. Sit straight. A poker hand with 5 consecutive cards, regardless of suit. Following a correct or logical method. Straight reasoning. Free from curves or angles. A straight line. Having no deviations. Straight lines. In keeping with the facts. Set the record straight. Neatly arranged, not disorderly. The room is straight now. Not homosexual. Of hair, having no waves or curls. Her naturally straight hair hung long and silky. Of ideas, images, representations, expressions, characterized by perfect conformity to fact or truth, strictly correct. Conforming exactly or almost exactly to fact or to a standard or performing with total accuracy. An accurate reproduction. As acknowledge. True, she is the smartest in her class. Make level, square, balanced, or concentric. True up the cylinder of an engine. Accurately fitted, level. The window frame isn't quite true. Not pretended, sincerely felt or expressed. True grief. In tune, accurate in pitch. A true note. Having a legally established claim. The true and lawful king. Worthy of being depended on. He was true to his word. Accurately placed or thrown. His aim was true. Expressing or given to expressing the truth. A true statement. Conforming to definitive criteria. The horseshoe crab is not a true crab. Consistent with fact or reality, not false. The story is true. Determined with reference to the Earth's axis rather than the magnetic poles. True north as geographic north. Devoted, sometimes fanatically, to a cause or concept or truth. True believers bonded together against all who disagreed with them. Proper alignment. The property possessed by something that is in correct or proper alignment. Out of true. Rightly so called. True courage. Change to the contrary. To break and turn over earth, especially with a plow. Turn the earth in the spring. Twist suddenly so as to sprain. I turned my ankle and couldn't walk for several days. Pass into a condition gradually, take on a specific property or attribute, become. The weather turned nasty. Cause to move around a center so as to show another side of. Turn a page of a book. Undergo a change or development. The water turned into ice. Let something fall or spill from a container. Turn the flour onto a plate. Cause a plastic object, to assume a crooked or angular form. The strong man could turn an iron bar. Undergo a transformation or a change of position or action. We turned from socialism to capitalism. Pass to the other side of. Turn the corner. Have recourse to or make an appeal or request for help or information to. She turned to her relatives for help. Turning or twisting around, in place. A favor for someone. He did me a good turn. Change to the contrary. The tides turned against him. Game. The activity of doing something in an agreed succession. It is my turn. A short performance that is part of a longer program. A circular segment of a curve. Sports. A division during which one team is on the offensive. A time period for working, after which you will be relieved by someone else. A movement in a new direction. The turning of the wind. An unforeseen development. Events suddenly took an awkward turn. The act of changing or reversing the direction of the course. He took a turn to the right. Go sour or spoil. The cream has turned, we have to throw it out. Accomplish by rotating. Turn a somersault. Alter the functioning or setting of. Turn the dial to 10. Become officially 1 year older. She is turning 50 this year. Cause to change or turn into something different. Assume new characteristics. The princess turned the frog into a prince by kissing him. Cause to move along an axis or into a new direction. Turn your face to the wall. Cause to move around or rotate. Turn a key. Change color. In Vermont, the leaves turn early. Change orientation or direction, also in the abstract sense. The mugger turned and fled before I could see his face. Channel one's attention, interest, thought, or attention toward or away from something. The pedophile turned to boys for satisfaction. Direct at someone. She turned a smile on me. Get by buying and selling. The company turned a good profit after a year. Move around an axis or a center. The wheels are turning. Shape by rotating on a lathe or cutting device or a wheel. Turn the legs of the table. Taking a short walk out and back. We took a turn in the park. The act of turning away or in the opposite direction. He made an abrupt turn away from her. To send or let go. They turned away the crowd at the gate of the governor's mansion.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.